my home aquaba eba asam kese so yegusu o Sorena show edwumedie so samre ye ba bedin komo mobehwa ene yapomudin na ye ka enuane a apomudin wo mu enuane a wudi a eye wo de mum na nso benya honamu ahoden ene ye brother bi wo ha oye adwuma ewo Food and Drugs Board na ye freno Richard Abrokwa ono na ye head of media relations unit ye Food and Drugs Board. My brother akwaaba
yeah.
Food and Drugs Board juma ben potin na mudi magana for
say can maybe to me Food and Drugs Board.
okay
Then so free make a credit a Food and Drugs Authority FDA na juma yidi magana ni say aban ma yetumi ewo mremu say yenhwe nduane eni nduro so ewo oman mu se be ya nduro ni be ye de be ye papa na ebe boa ma timemfo eto nduane anasa munum nduro a ebe boa won ama apomodin papa na ama won ahoden a wo hwehwe wo nduane eni won nduro mu.
Okay,
yes,
entina aduane bia obia edeba Ghana ana ye no awo Ghana mo na mo hwe so eduro bia so a obi ye wo Ghana ana ye difi amano ne ba mo na mo hwe so sana nhihye ntie. Okay, ewo ke ye twofakoni ya he ya blochi ni minta o maba ho sani nke ba Food and Drugs Board.
Yes, sani ke ba ko ni wokwami ni wokwa ke shi twofa no ke ba anike wo ke fe ko ke nchahila ye Ghana ibawa wolo eja ke ekole o yakokeje manse ablochieku ame jeans different from wo Ghana bi eboni wo hiwale kono bi fio e was ani wo kwami ageshi anike wokecha modin ibawa lo is it going to help? Is it going to be of equal benefits? Because it be coming from Europe, it be coming from Asia. Their makeup and their jeans are different from when you were Ghana. Was an kwemi. Wa keshi aniko kecha ibawa wolo. We feel na can investigation say a lab just to confirm all the parameters before we allow it.
Iwo okay nyefe na can investigation. Nyeba ha bomo alo company okadiko na eton ake ebanye jeme mo be mani bibi nhensudie bi a ide be hu se saa papa we na ma me we aduane na aduro no de aba mo ho ansa na wo ton
nti se ye aduane se ye nduro se ye nku e de sra se ye nyema e de siesie fie se ye product bia bi regulate bia no unya de brain nye hwehwem wi a ye ma wo abodin krata e kire se wabaye ho ya hwehwe wonjumedi a wodi mu bibia ye pepepe nti obetumi akoso ne ama wo the friend FDA number.
Okay,
How the be bought a product, so the be tarry product no. I be there dance say ampa FDA ajiwatum enti no product be FDA ajiwatum titiri ye organ ha ne de ni nyina na say hu FDA number e product no.
enti ukoto bibi e wo krom na FDA number e mo so a my producers, if you can give us a prototype or an example of this FDA badge or something so
FDA
that number. The batch in a different, no?
Batch in a different.
Okay. FDA number.
Say ka batch here. Say the all ye ni duane na so ye ni product no. Akoto ni abebri but ene de no ye no.
Okay.
Eno ni ye one batch.
14.
Ene de 14 no ye no. E ye one batch. Jobe no china no esono endra de no. Inti we one batch se ne 001 na o chase je be batch na be 002
okay
aditi 003 inti sno da bia ne batch a oye I say ye ko school year group ye nyina ye kambo man na one batch na ye pie then the next year no inti no batch different from FDA number.
Okay,
even number ni ye asenso ye say o kadita mo no wie ni wo ke ha money fee or to fan low, money fee or ni akeshi, enable special number ni chwa akeshi, or koni be by FDA, ni chwa akeshi, or banyo home, alo banyo italaye na kain, industry.
Ewo Kenya hit ni naka okadie beno.
Good. FDA inna kuna kan product o isake o hiyo na kan product
enti se mekoto aduane bi na menhu sa FDA number na ache se omo mfa mam ho enti mekoto wa acha mehu FDA number
good wache okwa abusa de say owo FDA street vending permit number
gobe
yes
ba
sisi aye fi ase a won wa woton aduane won kwanche nyina no so no ye hwehwe omo ni dwumedie mu esanse hu se mdudo na se ubetena half it and 5:30 untimi didi ofi anso aba so you have outsourced your meals to that vendor intino se be boa mo obia ho ato ni ntini even omo a omo to aduane won kwan ho po no ye fi ase hwehwe omo from where they cook to where they sell omo street food vending permit street food vending permit
okay
no so the number was so to kwa say mami auton wache okwan auton koko auton tozafi FDA o number FDA their amount and they are supposed to paste it on their screens there.
Oh, they say board a ban who baby.
Good. I'll be who say FDA for abba na sire ye ho abba be hwehwe de oye nim.
Enti se me koto aduane na mehu sa FDA number na enye se meto esan se yenim baby aduane ni efiba. Good. Enti na me bisa ahwefo de enti a ama enne ye ka aduane noa aduane ton ani aduane ye ho asem ne se bronya ba na bronya ba enuane bebrebe ka ho edibi fi amanone ebi soso ewo yema mu ayeye na ebitimi fa kwati kwan so de nneoma bi begu kromu a wanhwa a wudi a wo yemu tu ebetu sa anya sa so obi kura timinya food poisoning enti na akoba ne se ye de mpanifo yi beba ha Food and Drugs Authority na de fata de hia ene de ese eyo no o ma chirichiri mu enti Openi Richard, what is food safety? You can say aduane we aduane papa we aduane esi edi we aduane enye si edi ade ne ye pa kire
se ka say food safety a aduane a ya fibre a ye go twa wo efuom aba be si ye plate wa e de ya tray na se de ye fork e ba be di no nkekaye ana se ade biara eni kwan se ewom no sa de kro no enim ne senti no na wonwa a wo hwe so fi efuoma aba be si ye plate no o medi o mo huni aye niema de boa ma efi ana se niema bia eni kwan se koduane nim no enim se bia wodi a emma wonsunsu asoboni bia
okay hewo ke ake negani eni na ele ehi je ne ngo keke shini eni ehi good mi na aton
ake shi na kan ni eni ni bi ni esan ni ehioni eni mi na kan ni bi ebemi noji kejebeni afo ye momi ke taina ka ma okno na ke shi ohe no oyiye meni tuon ni eni ehi ni tumo fe amedegbe ame fe fali fe mo especially cleanliness or hygiene amebo me modern ageshi ameke ni bi ni esake akewoni enye me fe mbemi no wo ka oye ha gbo any negative ha no be wale ti mo ko oye ha gbo he wale ha ni ona mi se loke atu oni tumo neza no ya tu
imam bi ba wi ake na mi eba nudu di anyu anka glom yala that one you can't explain.
I don't understand.
But my people very much well understand the English so that if we say this food is good, it's not just the fact that it is tasty in the mouth,
good,
but the processes of putting up the food has gone through a certain practices
that will ensure that there is no unwanted substance or there's not been any growth of any bacteria or germ in the product that when you eat, it's not going to give you any negative effect.
All right. So, what will you see or know or notice that will make you realize that this food is not good for consumption?
Good. So, from the outside, it's very difficult to tell that this food is not good. But one of my bosses said that sometimes one of the very simple way you can say that you can see a lot of flies hovering around the food.
Wow.
When food is going bad, you begin to attract flies. So you may not have the expertise to know that this food is right or wrong or it is safe or not. Yeah. But once you see that there are a lot of flies hovering around the food, it should give you a point of caution that you should deter yourself from consuming that food.
So what are some of the issues that comes to your outfit as indicative of bad food? Ɛdeɛ na amanfoɔ ɛka kyerɛ mu yɛn a yɛdi no yɛn na yɛn a na mpɛn bebree no yɛn nya nsunsuanso nti ne a ebi ba bɛ report to kyerɛ mu na ɔmo report to kyerɛ mu ɛdeɛ bɛn na ɔmo ka kyerɛ mu sɛ ɛkɔ so wɔ.
Titiri no ɔmo ka sɛ ɔmo yɛ mu etu.
Okay.
Ɔmo nya diarrhea.
Okay.
Nti no sɛ udi aduane ɛnyɛ anasa unsafe food a padodoɔ na bɛnya diarrhea from about 30 minutes to the third day you should respond to it. Aduane ne nyɛ deɛ o body betumi contain from the 30 minutes after the eating of the food to about the third day no so unya reaction. Na dodoɔ na nya diarrhea ɔmo yɛ mutu ɔmo yɛ mutu no so na ebi mo so ɛɛfe. So it's both diarrhea and then vomiting. That combination, most of the commonest effects are Ghanaians report when it comes to their food safety concerns.
Okay. And the FDA for say aduane no yenwa anase ye yenkrea na ba maso ye because say me hwe makọ yi market makoto tontos makoto cabbage makoto meko eno so hwe maso ye na se ana
Eno no enhyeda nhye aso na so bebre but ye ne yen disassemblies ne eka bom ehwe se de be ya ebeboa enti se o ko market akoto tontos okoto cabbage okoto bunch okoto broad de eka ni se beye yi a nka be akoto no se ye market a omudi omuhuni ye wo ye market bi wo ho a ye se de akokyerere won enti no be call most of the market won say omudi omundwane ne esisi table so and say pallet so nanso ye wo ye market bi a de friend no nkrasi dwa so and say kwase adwa so for no so omune mani gugu form.
Okay.
In aduane nya de say de gu form. Esan say e form ho no e ho na James ne mboa wa ma yare ne nyina fiba.
Uncle Richard ansana e beto aso no.
Good.
Mama Jigbodi Baka ewo yemfone so she is the head of the food safety and consumer education unit ewo food and drug.
Sure.
I'm sure so then
I'm a colleague.
Mama Jigbodi.
Hello.
Mama Jigbodi.
Hello, good morning.
Morning. Like your phone number. Morning, lo. Mon custom, a phone number.
Hello, good morning to you and good morning to your viewers.
Thank you very much. I'm greeting you in ever. Maba phone number ha.
Merkwe mafo.
Ela domafia.
Oha
When you have my phone. You have my phone. Ela domafia.
Merkwe.
Okay, yo. Where's on? So we are trying to see what food safety is all about, but more importantly, what does the food safety unit do? What does the food safety unit do at the FDA?
All right, thank you. The line is not too clear, but I believe you asked what does food safety mean?
Okay, so I'm trying to rather ask, what does your unit do within the whole food safety space?
Okay. So my unit is the unit at the Food and Drugs Authority that is mandated to sensitize the public on food safety issues. So for the general public to know about issues on food safety and how to handle their food, what to do, what not to do, and my unit goes out and talks to various groups and members of the public.
All right, thank you. I don't know whether you can manage some amount of tree. As for the not many people will understand, but if you can.
Sorry, please come again.
I'm asking if you can interspace the very good English with some tree or some ga, intermittently some of.
I'm sorry, there seems to be a lot of noise on the line.
Okay, I'm sure it has to do with the equipment and the wave that is possibly moving across. All right,
and a lot of breakage in the line.
Jigbodi, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, so I was asking if it was possible to add up some tree and some gun, maybe intermittently some other when you are talking, so that mothers and fathers and other consumers who might not have the benefit of your good English can also hear what we are discussing.
I can hear you, but the line breaks a lot, so I lose most of what you are saying. You say if I can do what intermittently, please.
Add some vernacular, whether tree, gan, or other.
Add some.
Tree, gan, or some aibe.
Some tree.
Yes.
Okay. I bet to me I understand.
You bet me and and if you do baby so now de no so kakra afra amam. Enti na me bisa say bro nya du enche bia na Yesu ye ba bewo no. There's so much food on the market. How are we able to identify that this food is good and this food is not good?
Nti say yes aduane a eye maye no. Bronya ye a yekum ye beto aduane bebre, ye beto near friend packaged foods bebre. Nti say uko jom na opese hu ne ye papa no. Ye besre say yenhwe nea ya hyehyɛ no wɔ baabi pa. Ya nhyehyɛ no wɔ ewia na ase. Firi say aduane no esi ewia so a heat no ɛsɛ aduane no ntɛm nti sɛ date na yɛde ato so sɛ ɛbɛsɛ yɛ 2 years a esi ewia ase nti ɛbɛsɛ ntɛm ase 2 years no ɛno akyi no yɛnsa nso nkyɛke hwɛ sɛ aduane bi a yɛbɛtɔ bi a ɛwɔ packet mu te sɛ ɛwɔ container mu anaa ɛwɔ konko mu anaa ɛwɔ bottle mu anaa biscuits ɛwɔ sachet mu no yɛnhwɛ sɛ dates bi wɔ so a yɛfrɛ no best before date anaa expiry date saa date no na ɛkyerɛ date a aduane no ɛbɛsɛe anaa aduane no bɛyɛ papa akɔsi saa da no nti date na ɛwɔ so twam a ɛkyerɛ sɛ aduane no ɛnyɛ sɛ yɛndi biom sɛ wodi na bibi yɛ wɔ a ntumi ɛnkɔbisa nea ɔyɛ aduane no firi sɛ ɔno akyerɛw sɛ ɛduru saa date a ɔntumi nka sɛ aduane no ɛyɛ okay biom nti mendi yɛnsan check sɛ aduane a yɛbɛdi nyinaa no ɛyɛ registered sɛ aduane a product a yɛayɛ wɔ Ghana yɛbɛkyerɛ FDA number bi wɔ so wohu FDA number na wonya assurance bi sɛ aduane no FDA fo ahwɛ sɛ na ɔmo si yɛ aduane no ehu sɛ ɔmo yɛ no kwan pa so a ɛyɛ papa sɛ obiara ndi ɛna finally so yɛbɛsrɛ sɛ yɛnhwɛ sɛ date a yɛatwerɛ yɛbɛhwɛ sɛ kasa a yɛatwerɛ wɔ product no so no ɛyɛ borɔfo firi sɛ Ghana yɛ kasa a yɛde kyerɛ adeɛ yɛde yɛ adwuma yɛ English nti sɛ English twerɛeɛ na ɛwɔ product no so a ɛno so bɛtumi ama wo saa assurance sɛ aduane no FDA foɔ ahwɛ ansa na akɔ dwom aduane bi wɔ hɔ no afiri amanɔne na ɛba nti efiri countries a ɔmo nka borɔfo nti ebia yɛmfa no sɛ China sɛ Chinese product bi ba Ghana ɛyɛ a Food and Drugs Authority foɔ bɛma ɔmo translate kasa no wɔ so akɔ English mu sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a Ghanafoɔ nyinaa bɛte aseɛ na ɔmo akenkan nea ɛwɔ so ansa na ɔmo atɔ nea ɛwɔ mu ne sɛ wotɔ aduane a wontumi nkenkan nea ɛwɔ so no sɛ wode pictures nko a na ɛhwɛ a ebetumi ayɛ sɛ sɛ aduane no mpo no ɛnyɛ ma wo anaa bibi wɔ mu a ɛnyɛ ma onipadua no mo sɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛ different obi wɔ hɔ ondi nyama bi anaa nyama bi odi a ɛha ne nipadua no nti sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ yɛntumi nkenkan nea ɛwɔ so anaa nea ɛwɔ saa product no mu na wɔnhu sɛ ɛyɛ papa ma wo anaa ɛnyɛ ma wo ebi so wɔ hɔ no ɛyɛ aduane a ɛnyɛ ma nkɔla ebi akɔla a wɔnduru 1 year ɛnyɛ ma no firi sɛ ebi a onyi yɛ a obedi saa product no nti sɛ akenkan no wɔ borɔfo mu a yɛbɛtumi akenkan na yɛate ase ansa na yɛatɔ product no.
Okay.
These are some of the things we should look out for in packaged products.
Okay, thank you. So for the non-packaged products, no, so then I enhwe aduane no Richard I can be there, but for bi ka ho wache we gobe we restaurant aduane ana me kwa akodi minim na mini kitchen ho ana omo no aduane no nti no so menya ne den choba so mo ge FDA for numbers.
Okay. And aduane a ye ready to eat food and aduane a any package mo to say wache both floats meat pie mo ye from more ready to eat foods. Ready to eat food say okoto a ne wo so ndi kan hwe ne bebia omuton aduane no wo. E wo say ehọ nye neat. Say okoto aduane wo baby na ehọ nye neat a immediately no I was say what dream Charles say baby omuto aduane na nya neat there ene nipa na oye aduane no so no ne kitchen ho etesen the kitchen hot is saying if the environment that the food is not being sold in is not clean, is not neat, then you should think or you should try and imagine how the person's kitchen or cooking area would also be. And then you advise yourself and stay away from such vendors.
Okay.
And to say, ebia watching a honye nita. Enye ye best cement or ebia oton or gutter being chain, gutter no one's none in the mu. Ena gutter na ye choked. Nsuo no nkọ ana bia bola bi wọ ne nkyɛn ɔmo hyi bola wɔ ne nkyɛn wohu saa nyama nyinaa na nipa na ɔtɔn aduane no sɛbio mmoa bi nenam nkyɛnkyɛn hɔ wohu nyama saa yɛbɛsrɛ sɛ wobɛtɔ wakye no wɔ obi foforɔ hɔ.
Okay, enti ne krakra nsa na yɛbɛgya wo mu kraa no obi si ɔno deɛ ɔmfi FDA for Ghana yɛ ne
I'm
dia.
sorry, but your line is, I cannot hear you at all.
Is it better now? Can you hear me? Okay, Jigbodi, thank you very much for being with us. We will continue with you much later when we have other pressing issues from our side. Richard, Obi say, umfi FDA, umfi police for, or no dear Nasuya Denny, the over catch any be an eduan no oben one eduane, no the aba, and then I'm over catcher. What are you going to do to such a person?
So, while Ben no we do ania, not just say eduane de say yes. Into no Saudi 2 coin and Saudi 50 abba ejumema, so the good food warm mu. Say men snow be dear.
That be make omwa on we eduane na ba beton.
Then so on fear the for on why the opay. Okay. The yabani ayeni say siano yama omre ye church won ebi mu ho a omu nim say some be FDA enti ye church won kwan befa so a omo be FDA ho na ye ni omo yama omu sa numbers no na ye ma omu mre a omo ye sa corrections ni na no se mene so na se wan ba ne de na wara because say ye tie hu gu mountain so na if you say ye cheche won a won FDA aso ye embeje registration a eno de ye mfa ho nchew the man ene say ne oka no sai pe ne obeka no
enti obi betimi ahye aduane ton ase na opese o hye aduane ton ase a ehfa na onhya se emfi
good so obe to to aduane won kwan nchen ana so opese ye restaurant na so ye bibia e so they can be FDA
okay
obe FDA a ye ni AM ana say mo local authority no ewo nhyehyeye won wa wo ye aduane no wo ho nyina de be hwe wo mugem so mu ni yare bi wo mu a abro mo ye aduane no o metimi dia ma won a o ba be di aduane no bi nti o be sa test no
enti adwumayefo ni nyina so mo koye sa test obia
say the be as part of the process no mo ye aduane no o mu en transfer any communicable disease bia ma won a abeto yare so wo be di aduane no good nti no o me sa test wi na FDA so aba be inspection ewo biaya a omo ye aduane no ahwe se hote den na koso wo ho de koso na ye niam betumi aha aduane no omo ye no then what can they improve na ni omo aka sansem ni nyina ni aboa won na omo improve abra omo ye sanya na FDA so ye san si echi e say de catch omo no omo aye omo guso omo to aso edi omo uni what is happening there. Then we can now give them the license. One license we are then every year, at least once in a year, we go to the facility to do an inspection to see if they are still following the standards.
Iwo mimbia ke bukunta ni eho ni na ho. Mini sanefi.
Sane e by FDA. Koni wale. Ni wale okadi ni twa keshin no ni eho no ni efi o eheche ni chemical bani ibaye mo na hiwala alo mo there will be no repercussions on their health. Well, ke oho ni eni, ke ofi choba alo, o simbo floats alo, asana. By the no abo number. Let's ensure that everybody is at the right space so we can help in improving our eating conditions. Adwuma na akoye den esan say yemu bebre no esan say de ye tete ye ne say de fi ne mamu ababeduwa no to be adwin say de nananom ye no saa na say ye no na so nananom mre ne twem sisi anu wiase ye koye nim ya dɔɔso ya riaba say de be boa ma obi aho atɔ ne ntino ɛsɛ nyina de ho hyehye mrase say de be betumi aboa matememufo no yakoso enyi ache ne de dwane pa na aboa ye nyina
Inti yare ben sa na maso ho amanfo ebeka kire mo se wekodi aduane na odi ye no sa yare we ni na wenya
medikan aka diarrhea ayemtuo ho asem dada na won a wofe yenya issues about other heart related and other difficult conditions and for reported from aduane ni ndro omonom na ni nyinemu no ye ya hwehwemu I cannot on authority give any numbers or any strict indication, but generally no you say for aduane ne de ayemtuo ene afie na nipa dodo na complain say omo edi aduane a honti a omo nya sa issues no.
Okay. Yewo Dr. Evangeline Adukoye ewo line so Dr. Evangeline is a pediatrician, but she is also vested in nutrition. I'm sure she either will ask to be prepared or will give a formulation to be prepared for her patients. Doc, can you hear me? And welcome to Sorena Shrine.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you very much.
How are you doing, please?
I'm very well, thank you, and I hope you are doing well too.
I am also fine.
Thank God.
So I was asking Brother Richard in the studio what are some of the presenting conditions that are brought to the FDA as a report. For you, I want to ask what will be some of the conditions that will come out because a person has eaten a bad food, a person has eaten a food that is not wholesome. Doc, are you there?
Yes, I'm with you.
All right. So I was asking that what will be some of the presenting conditions from patients when they have eaten an unwholesome food or a food that has not gone through the rigor of FDA. And same be saying na yarefo the bread doctor for say me kodi aduane we me di aduane we na say na ekoso me redeem.
Okay, so generally speaking, I think the whole idea of the discussion is with food safety.
Yes.
And then when you are talking about food safety, safety I mean would start up from the part of planting, processing, production, packaging, cooking, and then final consumption by the consumer. So when somebody has eaten something that is unwholesome or food that is not maybe termed unhygienic or not safe, it depends at the level at which the problem has occurred. Eating unwholesome food, basically what you would see them presenting with will be disturbances with their gastrointestinal system. That is, you eat into from your mouth into your stomach, and then if the food is not safe, you see them coming with symptoms like vomiting, like diarrhea, abdominal pain, and all of that. And then if a food that is not vetted by the Food and Drugs Authority, if I got that was part of your question too.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, so food that has not been vetted by the Food Drugs and Drugs Authority, it means that they have not certified it safe for your consumption. Either they are seeing that there's something within that inside the food, or maybe something that they use for the preservation that is not good for consumption. because some of this preservative or some of the things that they use to process this food can actually cause other health conditions for people. And that is why the Food and Drugs is there to help you or to certify some of this food before you consume. So basically, at the side of being safe, health conditions like vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal pain, and all of that are the symptoms that they will come with. But if you're also eating something that contains something that can be injurious to your health, I mean, a whole lot of other chronic conditions can come out of that. Some people might even go ahead to have, food allergies that can cause some of their organs to fail, liver problem, kidney issues here and there, heart diseases. So it's important that you read through your labels very well before you consume food, and then make sure that the place or wherever your food is coming out from is safe enough. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Dr. Evangeline, I really do appreciate your thoughts. Are you able to interspace your discourse with some amount of any of the Ghanaian vernaculars?
Unfortunately, I'm not Ghanaian, so...
Okay. All right.
Yes.
So, see, we were looking at your name, and it sounded Gan.
Yes, it
Kind
sounded
of.
like...
All right. So, right. So it's fine. It's fine. In your line of work as a pediatrician dealing with little children, what are some of the conditions that come to clinic as a result of children eating bad food?
Okay, so children eating bad food. And you see, with children too, their symptoms can be very, very extreme because they are little and their organs are not as big enough to maybe hold up any problem. So like I mentioned earlier, some of them come in with vomiting, some of them come in with diarrhea. And usually when you get that classical sign and symptom in a child who has eaten bad food, vomiting, diarrhea is like passing loose stools, watery stools. And then maybe they can have a high temperature. So when you see children who come in like that, you are thinking maybe they have eaten something bad, and then you can classify that as food poisoning. So poisoning is not only when somebody who hates you has put in something into your food. When you actually eat bad food that contains germs, that contains some deaths in it, is also referred to as food poisoning. Now, if they keep vomiting and having the passage of the loose stools, and it is not taken care of early enough, they can go on to having complications like their kidneys can actually shut down, they can become very septic, they can go into shock, their heart can stop working. So there are a lot of complications, there are a lot of their consequences of eating unwholesome food. And I think in our area of the world, we do not take it, we don't take it seriously. We just think, I mean, it's food is food is food. A typical African man will tell you that germs is part of making you, they are part of the things that make you grow strong and healthy. But it's actually not so, because if you've experienced, especially with children.
What about the African woman
who have eaten bad food, you'd realize that it's really very important for you to make sure that your food is very safe and very hygienic before consumption. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. So I was drawing your mind to whether you are referring to man as in man, woman, or only men, so that it won't appear as if it's only men that...
African man refers to Africans, like men, women, everybody in Africa.
All right. What will you tell parents, especially who do not take into consideration the baby food they buy on the shelves, what they feed their children with? For them, everything goes. What will you tell parents? What advice will you give to parents, especially as we draw nearer to the Christmas festivities?
Okay, so like I would always say, Christmas is just a day in a year, as just like every other day. And for me, anything that has to do with nutrition, my key word is moderation. So even if we're drawing to the end of the year, or we're getting to the beginning of a new year, or whatever be the situation, whatever be the occasion, moderation should be key. And my little word to parents out there especially when they are shopping on the shelves. You see, Africa is really blessed. We are blessed with a lot of natural foods and things, but unfortunately, we do patronize a lot of processed food. Now, it's important that when you are getting this processed food, it's important that you read through the labels, even if you maybe have difficulties in reading and writing. I mean, you can always call on somebody to tell you what the food content is. Always read through the labels, because some of this processed food, they contain a lot of things that your body does not really need. As much as we can, let's try and do a lot of natural stuffs. Let's do a lot of Ghana made, Ghana made products or Ghana bred foods and all of that. And then whilst you are eating for the Christmas, also remember that health is wealth. I will always tell people that you can't eat your future away. And even if you eat all the food that is available on Christmas Day, the farmers will definitely produce another. So it's important that you set moderation in play. So eat moderately, do more of natural fruit juices. They are available. You can prepare your local juices instead of taking the carbonated drinks that is not healthy. You can prepare your fruit juices, your local drinks, and have them for Christmas. So, I mean, that is all I can say. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Evangeline, for being with us and sharing your thoughts on what food safety is. Uncle Richard, let's come to Christmas or the Christmas festivities or activities leading to. During these Christmas, a lot of picnics will go on. People will want to bring out food and sell. What will you want to tell the public in terms of what they should look out for?
Great. So I think I mentioned earlier on that first of all should be the hygiene of the person and the place the food is being served or being sold. So food must be served in a clean environment, including the person who is serving or selling the food. That person should be clean and then be prom and proper. Now, Dr. Evangeline was talking about Africans having some cliches and some perceptions. And for us in Ghana, Yataika say, watch it, then they say, Tonwo, Gata, and then okay. And then okay. Then say, one kaisha crack, I say, a journey a Tonwo, Gata, your Tonwo, Sumunan chain. And as a bear in public toilet today, any coin say water. You best buy your food in a clean environment. Number one. They told me say, you won't I say abra yede ema also be din say janeshi. Some foods must be served hot. Your soups, your stews, your rice, all the rice dishes, including wache and all that, at the point of serving, they must be very hot. There should be no complaint about it. It should be hot. Whereas your salads and your ice creams must be served and eaten cold.
Okay.
Intino say, oko picnic, oko party, oko apronto bi, na salad they serve you no, any ice so na say yenko yi wo fridge mu mbrewa. Better be dear mono kwa sa without the salads.
And then mono so cry say yes.
Yes.
Ni ado.
Sanedo. At the time ni habo ni. E na get ni edo. Adole kama. Wo why get better most of our caterers say come and serve ni make can we come I'm a serving this just to keep the food warm. Or one panify.
Richard, that's an example of.
Okay, so this is a food hygiene permit.
Okay.
So this permit we give to restaurants.
Okay.
So this is for restaurants and other eateries.
Okay.
Good. So this is the other version is what we give to those who are selling on the roadside, the food vendors.
Okay.
That's called the food vending permit.
Okay.
So if you go to any restaurant,
You must look out
you
for
must see this. But now our logo has changed. So this is an old logo.
Okay.
Now our logo is now like a wall in a circular design that you see. But just like the one that you are seeing on the back of the one in the vest.
Okay.
That's how our logo looks like now.
Okay.
So that pale is no more up there, but you see this circular thing there.
Right.
So you must look out for that
Okay,
one.
so it means that anybody who goes to buy food, ema weni nkwaduane ne nkwan so, na emu apomudin ti hwe ahyensode, ta omo okade ni twon ake money honey e afi no ni sane fi.
You can ask. Call na ejeme sano bi am ageshin nigbe nya bi certificate yo.
Okay.
Call bi sana ke chombo.
If I go my friend Jejaman go.
E wo tonado ni Dr. Evangeline wie. Then you ageshin okay Oscar ka he la hon.
Okay.
Don't use your money to go and buy sickness for yourself. E wa usika, e fa go to yare. Enti no apom di hunyan wa busa. Ubusa so di wa teno yawa. It say onim say de so ye na onye better say do sika beko. Since we got to aduane a bi a ma yare.
Okay.
So that is what I'm advising. Don't use your money to go and buy sickness for yourself.
Wow.
Good. So medical can say cleanliness. Maka aduane she any day new very important. Let me add this quickly. For salads, I want to repeat say it should be served cold.
Okay.
Salads must be kept cold and served cold at all times.
Okay.
Inti one or ton pan no or quench or more ton salads no. Any fridge any kwan say yeto.
Okay.
Because we say vegetables, we need to chop it. Then it's like I say we kum abwa and I say we kum eduano. We to try there's no more life in the leaves again.
Okay.
So they begin to go bad. The emma gems no multiply in 10 tem na emma inside in 10 tem e fridge na shemu no. Inti ni fridge mo na say umfangu ice so a emma gems no multiply in 10 tem.
Na omo ton waache ni emu ewo kwan ho ayi ka obi wo ha wetwitwa ana egu ade mu to ya na wabie so.
No wasaka krama.
No wasaka krama no akata so. Aye hyehye.
Enye for salads, I make for salads there. I say, abra wo serving. Say you.
Okay.
Say she fridge mu. Into we fridge mu. Now the amount you akoko akodi. Into no. One what ton watch or kwan one mo any the certificate no. Omo mo ye ni sa hyehyɛ no, but omo ya church one no. Omo pe ice pack akra bi. Now salad ni egu so. So it can keep the salad cold and keep it in at the right temperature. And James no and multiply in 10 10. Yes, very, 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 very important.
Okay, into to adena o can
good.
No, say ahwe say aduane no
Eyeshi.
Eye di
you dey say
eyeshi.
Eno me say eyeshi abra ye dey ma o say kona kodi.
Okay.
And on dey say yenyu ice creams and salads no. Eno so abra dey ma no e say yenyu. The meka so be say okodi dwa men to nyama apro. Imbebre okọ market na.
Say nam na bi apro na ye de especially say wo de ya benkwan a. Enam no brodovinum na pro na wo de ye nkwan ye moa wo mu no.
Okay, sir. Enu Ghana for ye nsem kan bi ayeka.
Yeah.
But enye papa.
Okay.
Good. It's ebesere. Ukoto say ye atosode vegetables ne fruits ne nam ne ma no. My ento de apro. To de ehun odin to de papa.
Okay.
Etele bia de apro no amatete so nti no. Then I'm some the mom ton ma wache for ne jollof for. Ye call market na mo ka kire.
De apro no.
Enele wache che ba wa de ba hi.
Ne fitie.
No me here na ke fio, me ke fio wache na me ke fio kile wile ke ha o. Si to ne saka ne bi.
Wow.
Yes.
Ahwefo mo ma yenhwe ni
Yes,
pa. Mo yenhwe ni ye. Wo be kwa akoto aduane se ukodi no akoto yare de. Wo san so ko doctor ho a obeji usika. But ye bie yen phone lines no. Uncle Richard waha. Question ben na da wakoma so. Question ben na opese wo baby sa FDA phone na waha yo. Nti question bi a waye wadwen so baby sa wo ton ade o, sa wo na wo kwa akoto. Ye bie yen phone lines no 0256253461. 0256253461. Wagbele wo tete phone. O fine ne mi no tawo bi mi no tawo le FDA ye bie bi ni ahabo no ni sani akehabo ka bi moko na le no na ewi o enti Richard na ye bisa se obi pese ohye aduane ton ase a wodi kan se so ba FDA ho na ofa processes bi mu owie processes na pe no otimi ko hye aduane ton na se ebia between saa time no yare bia san bo na obeden.
Okay, nti no say enti na ye mamo on krata na ye nja won saa keke.
Okay.
Breno no FDA for call ma so e wo hwehwe say omugu so a omudi omuhuni certificate na ye de
Uncle Rich,
okay.
Andrews, Owo Kumase.
Hello,
Yamwakwa
Papa.
Baba Sorena Shrine so.
Hello.
Hello. Andrews, yete wonka, kasa.
Papa, Macho, Namin Channel, Papa, more body, wow, my Ghana. I think some say, a clear say, FD for no. I did be a omajatum, I did be my intimidation. I say, a quite best sooner, omofaso, I didn't name a tune because be a FD for up to be a science, became a quite ampaso, I didn't man a tune.
Yo, yeah, that's it. FDA, Mosempa.
Yo, nienti ama ye brand say kasa ne ye advert regulation na sisi a hwehwe mmam nkofo de FDA for ye central bi ka ho. Now, say FDA kasa agi bibia to ma na che so ni akone de ne products and say niam o ye no de aba FDA e de akoye laboratory a ko hwehwe mu say de ma bibi ye free we say paracetamol and say kasa hyeto a niam e say ewom no nyina wo sa de konim. And waiting no ya shed label and I say crata a farm product no I will say near my say one you know or batch number or expiry date or list of ingredients. Mr. Jibodi can go away and be no di. And to me throw near my the can boom the product no. So the bear say me Richard Mkakotoa, me to say me ring katie so katie wom I mean to. Ne to me out 20 years and she na answer. Yakoye lab no ayesa nhwemu no e de report akọ ana mpanifo atena se ahwe se e meet standard no ansa ya giato say meet standard from the lab any desk research na ansa e be giato say
Intenya mpasa ya GBB atu.
dabi
Mami nyako.
Hello.
Mami nyako yamwakwa Baba Sorena Shrine so.
Yeah, Joe Sofo.
Yetie o.
Yeah, Joe Sofo. Pacho imagine check kakra mpe se me tira na se me bisa. Eni se na no yeko eye bi ase 1 week bi. Na aduane a omu ye no kenke no ne se makona omu twi green ni bi no mu de ayi fry or the same sardine. Enti omu di ye nyina omu rane. Enti me pese me busa papa ne se efridi enti na emo omu timi rane ye no. Ena ba so mini anso ne ba ye wedding be 2 years ni ase 3 years ni. Eno so sa de ne no mo cheye no. Profo rane sa fa or the same salad na woka no. Enti me pese o ma dwene ekosa anema no so omo ye sa anema ni nyina no. Mo mu ni wo mu kasa ewo ho.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yo, yeah, that's it, Mami. Richard, another very important area will be parties, weddings, engagements. Ono se munya kwan nko ho directly. Enti no, omo ye duane ne hyedan bi mu na e bia omo ye. Eno na wakin omo di dokono meko sardine omo nyina arane. Nti obisa se di enti na omo rane no.
good the omu yarani just say idwane omudi ye no ehho nte it's not safe for consumption into no same dikan kan no dokono 42 no tomatoes are say any moko are say no one waton no de twen wo nti we kona moko na 18 nsuo tomatoes 18 nsuo no ase de ye go say ye de twen mo dokono fo no ne wache fo no
Ene ye di dokono ya bro.
because moko any tomatoes no once away the nintino most of the germs now
a
wom
shishishing
exactly
me pacho John o kasafi salaga.
Yeah, Papa. Good morning, Papa.
Morning Johnson.
Yeah, my Wesleyan TV. I phone in action. Yeah, then you miss what I say.
Yeah, no.
Or the question get to them person in visa.
Twaso Johnson.
Yeah, me pacho. We dey need you more. In say FDA4 and they approve it. Say new name, nsuo ne ade nyina yedi. Me kwa sorry pa me Methodist ni. Sometimes it do wa ye mo amemutimi call prayer meetings. Omo kwa ne achiche nsuo ama omo. Ebi omo de be feel na say FD approved we bia nhye da ni ho. Nti no so minim the FDA for ya afa ho. Are those things approved for their use because they be or Omukogye nam so mo de spiritual akwankyere nti onhye de ntimi musa ho asem bebree. And so how is SDA streamline those parts?
Asam kɛseɛ paa na wobi sɛ yɛ oti FDA mu nnwuma a ma ɔyɛ wura kwankyerɛ live ɛkwa kwankyerɛ because deɛ ɔkɛn ebi ɛnyɛ nsuo no other bottles no ana ebi wɔ hɔ koraa ɔmo atete ɛyɛ labels na efi ho na ɔmo de ɔmo mu nsuo egum sɛ akwankyerɛ nsuo ana yɛ maame ne yɛ papa no nso akɔgye aba a yɛde yi nkonya ɛno so deɛ ne ebetumi ayafa ho
yɛde kan sɛ FDA yɛ lab no yɛntumi hwehwɛ honhom mu nsɛm mu
oh mu need jurisdiction of spiritual matters oh my god
nti no ɛhɔ ne yɛ challenge kakra
ɛno mo agya ma sɔfoɔ pɛ
no yɛ gya ma nyankopɔn sɛ ɔno nkasa ɛmu ho atɛn
undetermined
but that notwithstanding no yɛhyia asɔfoɔ ne nsɔrensɔren bedoɔ no ama mahu sɛ wɔn a wɔpɛ sɛ wɔbɔtɔ nsuo ne nneɛma bi wɔ wɔn asoɛ hɔ no ɛsɛ wɔn de ba FDA because beyond the spiritual matters no mímu yɛ kristoni a mekɔ asɔre mi gye huhum nneɛma di na so beyond the spiritual matters no there is a physical bottle a ɔyɛ a ɔde nsuo bɛ gum a can have a food safety concern nti ni yɛ ka kyerɛ wɔn ti no ebi ma fi ase a wɔn de ba main wɛka mɛri bi etwam brother Sami ekoye nsuo bi abie wɔkɔkyɛn no because at a point you know he was now bottling the water and it was being dispensed to the congregants into at that point he has to get in into no yɛmpɛ sɛ yɛne asɔfoɔ ne wɔn a wɔkura honhom tumi ne benya ntawatawa bebree nti ne wɔn ahyia yɛakyerɛkyerɛ wɔn de sɛ wɔn yɛ yɛgyidie ni sɛ ɔmakɔyɛ nyamesomfo yi ɔmo bɛdi mmara so na ɔmo de ɔmo nneɛma n'aba yɛyɛ nhwetumi huhuhu nneɛma a ɛwɔ mu but at least we can look at the safety of the oil
ɛnea mo mpɛ a spiritual person baako nsi FDA na wo sɛ wei deɛ ɔno wei akwankyerɛ ɔna hwɛ mu Dogbe you are calling from Enche Mr. Dogbe
but say
yes
say
hello Dogbe we can hear you
me kasa
wait me kasa
yo me pacho say ye penyin wa trɛtrɛ fa bi de baabi a me gina ne sɛ ɔka bibi sɛ wo kɔ tɛduane no baabi a asɛ bɔɔla ho asɛ gɔta ho no bɔɔla ho no mentɔ saa aduane ana adenki ɛna yɛ monim sɛ bɔɔla ho ne gɔta ɛnyɛ na mo makwan ma mo tɔ aduane wɔ
okay obey you no where we obey you only one okay yes aden na mama kwan ti mo na mama kwan say yenton nyoma ogata ho
say obi biara bia ma ne tumi say onton yane bia na ma ne tumi say onton ogata ho
nti mo nkɔkyekye wo mo
un say it comes with I say obi is a chicken and egg situation
okay
say ka say tete wo nyina so a
ekombedien
nti no what do we do the approach is to engage them let them understand the risk involved in whatever they are doing say onya konoma ne nkyerɛkyerɛ no te ase a enyo no beka kyerɛ ne say onfi ho ana say gata ne say okata sopo say be so we are engaging them so we can arrest everybody
okay
na command you bia na ana say let's engage them to do the right thing that everybody gets to benefit we chose the latter which is to engage everybody let them understand the risk involved in their practices so that they can do the right things all money are connected your na say say uni hope a ono abe de ye but okoye ni gidigidi a and sure now they can even revolt against us and yempese be ye no sa gidigidi no ntino we are talking to them we are engaging them ejide ni say omo be ye de ye na nyina ho ato ye
ose boatin odei boatin
odei boatin
meja odei kasa yiti o yamo achimba Sorena shrine jumedie iso
aja mo program ni jon pa me ta hwe so me methodist ni so na djuma mu di no nse eboa pa na de mi pese mi busa ani ensuo a shashi no nse mo tire nse awia bo ensuo no so a enye enso obehwe no na obehwe na ensuo no omo am de ensuo no cost supply no
Oda utie wo ho o TV ni so utie wo ho o TV ni so twen wo ho kakra na se o TV volume no ma ne mra fam na tie wo ho o phone nim
awia boso wahu awia na boso ni ntino me madwene me se de mo ka ho asem no enye enso mo ntia fi wo ebinim so di nsuo no bi nso gu cage mu na sie wiem
okay
me ka se emire bi me ekoto obi sa na nsuo ato amade ache ma awia boso ye tia no no na nsuo ni nyina yahuro okay me se mo dia na mo check om na awia no ka ne nam so nyina ka me gidi senke ye kata so a anka beboa
okay yo yeah that's it yeah bema uncle Richard enti nsuo no van na e fa nsuo no awia boso ana ye mai ni ye nam fufuo ya e wo kwan ho omo so omo ton omo nsuo no awia boso na ogusu di namu
your how can see a na your womb nka ideally no obeto ade se kokọ shop na kokoto nanso minister Ghana for you too busy seeing obia wo wi ase na say an African problem because Africa ni person of ben nanta ko shop kokoto ade ope in kwanche niema and it has its own risks and challenges. Okay. It's a good concern. Me kwamini pinfo bedi nkomo na ya hwe kwan vo so abetumi abrasa ade no but ebesre as much as possible we beto ade a ko shop na koto isan said your kan is auto kwan chain na say yare bi anase o how bi eba ho a wana ho ka chain no na enso say ukoto wo shop a ukoto na ye ehuro no ubetumi akọ shop ora so bobo ebidi for mani a ubetumi akọ shop akọ hwe nti a ama saade ko no eba nti ebesre ade ba akwese nyetumi hye nenso ne se ma yenjai nkwan cha ade to obu ho eduro yatishiro bag mu we share the akono ato otono se edi udem a when I report man but so koto pharmacy shop say nya yebetumi akọ shop o akọ hwehwem nye nti a e ma ne ba sa etumi to ho anam nti besre abra ye tu won a wo to no a wo ye ne fo no ya ye to no se wotumi a e be determine where to buy our product. Let's buy from the right places.
Okay. Uncle Richard, me sound the work of Sassim so see yakwaye ye Sorry TV station ti ya na ban somewhere far Sorry when hu hia ya pa. Ya tete Sorry ni bi Methodist asafo nka we ho. Ebi kra no aduane edema. Se de kan ya kan suo de. Are we going to wait until there is so much damage because your outfit I'm sure are reliably informed they say ebi bottle nsuo ebi no aduane that the same san kwan wechiri e de ma eye asafo. How are we sure said the dey ma womo no eye wholesome? And if we are not sure, why are we not moving in to cause an arrest? Na ye ntwen na obi ewu ansa ya shebrisi ne kobeni say ye kwayi.
Yes, I think it's a very valid concern and again a bit dicey.
Yeah.
Je hun di ateno onya kono no or so or serve communion.
Chop bar church or chop bar
church.
No, the fufu no your communion.
That's what we from the monitoring.
Okay.
We monitor all these things.
Okay.
From our monitoring or serve communion.
Okay.
Or serve a bit dicey because once he brings in communion,
no spiritual
there becomes a bit of that angle. But I get your point of the food safety concern, the food safety issues, and definitely we should be able to regulate it. Who is the caterer? Who is cooking for them?
Yes.
Who are they cooking the food?
Yeah.
Those ones are physical and can be scientifically proven.
Okay.
So I think that it's a good feedback that I can give to our bosses.
Okay.
Now, very
much.
We can, if I don't, we may not be able to stop them, but we can regularize the activities to ensure that their caterers or their cooks are certified not to cause any damage or harm to the nation.
Okay. And yes, I saw a person for no mama no office or no person soon we are simply. It's moody we employ you. What do you another bar? Not so for what cool soon we are on your spiritual things. Mumuni near the share. Auntie who for a fit akrade, Yamakwaba.
Hello.
Auntie.
Yes, sir.
Yamakwaba.
Mpacha. Yeah, my father, our friend, and soon what do card now? What is one? And soon what do card now? What one? What happened? What dog, papa? And so one day, Shadi, what fan had to do? Well, it's a what the hat to do. What an yarta. Then answer now, Mark and young. I'm a young fire, but it's my son and my daughter.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Richard, that's another very valid point.
Sure, I think the man Leon said it. No, my so I confirm. So it's a good feedback.
Yes.
Going in 2024. We'll see what we will do about it to correct that.
Until we never be catasso at least. Yes, said the bay we are mona and say, ye bay ye. Ain't na ye be sase. Yes, I'm a bronya be bronya ni hear me more.
Sure.
Say obi eti anaso who say wakoto adie bi. Eye adie no badge ni ho. Sorry, FDA number ni ho. Afesu so ni FDA ahyenso de a on report my police for ana.
Obetimi report my police for. Obetimi report my FDA for.
Okay.
O report here the dem say yen bold in say on our report cemetery and say on our report here.
Okay.
Na to me
Mama Becky I was so ya homa no. Mama Becky.
Hello.
Mama Becky who kasa fi Kumasi.
Hello, Daddy.
Ya ma wakwa baba Sorena insurance o.
Pacho. Me pachai. Me so me Josu papa. Me pacho me da mo asepa ye ni age wo program ra mo ye no ho na ensuo ni titru na me so me bosu. Every say ensuo no eto da bia wuntimi enko ka se ensuo a me num ye e na aye mi sei. Ewia be hyeso. Wo be num na mu bon. Ensem bebre me ameka se menya typhoid da ma ha me nti ama me strong warning. Nti me hwa me hu yi pa nti me sre. Enti ena de yesre mo ka no ho yi pa ma ye o mo nkata so o mo ton so o mo fancy baby ye ya na si awiem sa papa yesre mo ala yesre mo vi say ya ba sa ye ntimi ma ho meka wo be hwe na bibi asi untimi enkwa animu na wo de ahye wo ho sa me da se papa
Yo, yeah, that's it. Enti Uncle Richard be me say asemi ensuo ni de ndie hia amanfo pa. You see, eno na ye the easiest thing you can ever see when it comes to some of these poisoning yi. Ohu ye sachet rubber no. Ewia ne ehye no am say enchroye no kra no.
Na mana apepa.
Atima pepe bi tibetimi an ne akọ.
Any leaching, it can leach into the food.
Yes.
Jate. And in so no say oh you're fasting 40 days for you're not only but in so do no water is very critical to every human being and I like the feedback we are getting.
But you're saying another person. Richard, your namesake is in the studio. You are calling from North Carnation.
Yes, please.
Richard, near Ninkomo, a question I will be sa na answer per se or your contribution.
Contribution kakra.
You, Kasayenti.
Me chairman be my Richard.
All right.
Me go meet you be because on C9.
Okay.
Right. Yet you.
But me problem pan is and now be na you dino. Be na go wiaso. Before a coin can drinks. Over Christmas, you na go wiaso. Cosmetic creams here this right. You na go wiaso. You say as the sun hits it, the lifespan reduce. And maybe some million of must say, what are they doing about it? Because a good we have seen and no one ever got to betty, ever got to abandon a better at the Astra. Run your penicicle with the young man away and seminal. Meaning, then I found because me who is I had not just a hammy bar. Because especially with the drinks, I go we are so near at the stand at the cost in a cuckoo dam at the action, a sand the abba. Only I just stop a on fundamental was to them. There will be here because we are so. The Vienna Hitina and the Buna as a bubbles be a developer, a top on, maybe a space in a one. Una as a condense a good drink in him back. Not the following day was on the abba. A hitia Buna bubbles a developer. And you may not as a condense a good drink in him back. Buna yare bebree. Maybe some never might say, "Omo tons those drinks or kwan ho na, almost stores so many if you stores never go kwan ho no." Again, no more ya for mo.
Richard, again, I'm enforcement. I'm saying nim ade a enye, but say enipa ne ye chiwo mo ne atwe o maso no na ya na kakakra.
Okay, ntinum me dem nya be man say papa so ndwen ka. Ye ni say ye ni won wa market women no mo ton ne ma no edi nkomo. Nti si obehwe a number of I mean so ye nti ase ye nti a wo shop no a dan a owom nso betwene ma ni nyina be go abonten
display.
Oh sir.
Oh display. Okay.
Na this sense and nyina say akọ yenyi won akasa say ebe ya yi a nka momu en twene ma ni nyina mba but say that kan no that's the way of display and say merchandising nti omo de ba ye show won say o de beba de a ya aketewia
e kata
so say be ya ewia
me o ka say fi lakeside
Me pacho ai.
actually botwe echi ho ho
Me pacho ai.
yeti o me yeti
Aha, me pacho masem no FMA me question ma program ya moyen efa honey ho. Meaning say is not far from my question my program na moyen but honey mato bebre na so me du fie no me de man ebe kama no no hu say ense honey na mpesa me bisa FVA for ni say eba sa as an individual metumi aba o mo office o e de abetro ma mo ahwehwe mu ama me ana.
okay, yeah, that's it. Richard, be you one.
Straightforward, yes. Say okoto product be a suspect say ya frame, if na adulteration. So the BFD near film because only akọ esa no wadada a deception and so tiamra no. Nti say wakoto honey and I say ngo egu say dey sudi efra ngo na mana ekoko ni nyina fabra o de ba e be hwehwemu ehu only akọ esa de no na ne de say dem rase. Nti say o wo honey ni bi ofie a obetumi de be from bia won de oben FD o hyashi fabra na hwehwemu ma na ntimi nye
okay. Richard, your last comment in the next 30 seconds. Yeah, na de bia ebi san say nti omo a mo de yes asudi fra from mo nim bone no omo ye no omo kwa sorry omo and they won't to me answer emunti say me sofo na say mitimi this data no to anim but it's always things that bothers my mind. Ade awudi ye unim say ukunua na nso sikenti no obeye na bi susu bi say nti sofo omo so omo ba sorry amoje collection je title omo ha na say me nche na nim adwuma na oh ye no but your closing comments.
The mechanic say 2 minutes nyina wo akwakoto ade no nsem se okọ market to a wo weto ne mane do so se oni apono po de ade na be wiem a betumi nsem mepe de wo e dan ni men to de ye display we wianu insist on taking the one inside the room at the cold temperature not to me to number 1. Number 2 yeah ye koto ade so nsesa ye suban endo economy market na ye ni omu sia ni so omu say den ti na omu hye kokko ne popo ndro no omu say ye ba market wa ye pede abre aye sunwa ye fine but omu tire ma ye hu say brodian kasa abre a it take time na yi baako but omu say ye beto ne ye mpenisa ye pede ni na abre eno no entimi nya sa na ko ponche say mu na nya ne sa enti no mu de niam ego so enti yesu ensa yesu ban ye kokoto niam no ensa yesu ban let's stick to the natural way of doing things na ko ponche ra niam se de se niam nyina ye let's follow that order if follow that order na ebema de ye nko force e obi e mane nko ye de ani kwan so ye de tumi aboa na ye ton niam no se sere ye guso ye chechemo ene fia ye ko kanisi market munim de ye munya de beboa se de be obia ho beto no esanze se me beto wade na se me yare na se na me fa san ba me wu a o kire na beto wade ne biom but se me beto na se me di na me nya pomudi a ade chi a mesi aba nti no de wo ye na wo de eku ye no e wo market na wo sei nti Ghana mu ye din a because you are killing all your customers ye besre obi anya the consumers your responsibilities. Let's do it. What ton no so no enye ye die so we dem so be media
Thank you very much, Mr. Richard Abrokwa, or your head of the Media and Public Relations Unit of the FDA. Mr. Abrokwa, there was a say and now be kind afe yen sister Jigbodi Ama Bakaso, your head of the Food Safety and Consumer Education Unit of Food and Drugs Board, and also yeneno kasa wo telephone so and afe Dr. Odukwe. First, near Odukwe, they say the Odukwe, Odukwe Evangeline or a pediatrician, and I feel a nutritionist, or also a general drinker. Ye kamo say a ye jumedi ya ye was a some kessie ye, and pompon subia ye do a was Sorena Shrena. Ye de asam toho na ye bobu na ye drinking ho, nampeni fua, or ma quadare asemunum, or mayen, or my drinker. Yenkoye kra enche bia no ye de agro waso de eja ebebro ye ka mo se WTV dwumadie bi a ye de bremo toda 29th December ya frefre anyomtofo Methodist class a omo ba be hia na ya to nwom mu ye hwam enwom deedew e de ahye obo ade no enumonyam yenyi sika into 29th iwo Wesleyan Towers bomodin na ebekan ye so wokura won share dan hu towers no Methodist head office unhu ye into baby a wo bia no 29th bekan ye ho na ye nyina yemfa adom enko onyankopon enimu yedam asese mo ne atena eye asem kesie so